Well, it takes months to get a customer, but it takes no time, seconds to lose a customer. So, what are those subtle nuances so that we can subvert the paradigm? Let's try to navigate the broad and deep spectrum of what is called customer service or customer delight. Because be it any organization, we exist because there is a customer. There is a customer. Even when it comes to channel sales, primary sales, secondary sales, tertiary sales, the organizations and the distributors, the dealers, the end users, we all are customers to each other. Even when it comes to organization, we all understand that our colleagues, our subordinates, our bosses, we all are like internal customers to each other. So customer, I don't want to get into the details of the customers, but if you ask me, we will like to definitely sensitize and we'll try to fathom out the facts which sometimes get fossil because of our egoistic, attitude. You see, what actually customer service, what actually customer feedback is, how seriously we take the customer feedback, how the feedback is divided into this, four sub-departments, which I used to talk about a lot when it comes to my training programs for some elite airlines out of India at Middle East. It's like, customer feedback is subdivided into four things. That's appreciation, inquiry, suggestion, and complaint. As we all understand, complaint is a deficiency of committed service. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 92nd book in our book reading series. I'm so elated, I'm so happy, I'm so delighted. And well, very much on this line that customer service, how it's important to all of us, be it any sector, be it any geography, be it any ecology. And I'm going to pick up today this fantastic, fabulous, and fanatically tuned book called What Customers Really Want. What Customers Really Want. This is by Scott Mackain. And I picked, a decade back when I was going out of India for actually customers want, what happens to dissatisfied customers and why they take their business elsewhere. I would like to go through a certain stat, and that is basically, first is moved away from the area 3%, other friendships with providers 5%, chose the competition 9%, dissatisfaction with your product 14%, and put off by an employee's attitude 68%. 68%, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, it becomes so imperative to avoid this inevitable fact. And with the rise of technology and online business, it's okay. But still today, it's basically the customer service, especially in certain area, it's the post-sales service that matter a lot, And we all understand it's not just about the business, but it is basically the non-business approach connects with the customers, and that goes very, very long. Because many times, because of the target achievement, because of the pressure of the target achievement, the salespeople, be it any format, they try to do the cool things, the most appealing things instead of doing the right things. Many times, they just dump the wrong products, and they mislead the customers. So there are certain basic phobias. I think we all understand what kind of different phobias customers that you and me understand. We all feel that we should not get cheated, we should not be overcharged, we should not be misled by anyone, and we should be treated like king, like maybe call it as an ego massage or whatever it is, but that we all expect very customized service. So you as a service industry professional, what's there in your arsenal? What's there in your armory, so that you can you can humanize, that very thing, so that you can spearhead any customer service. It could be a project, or it could be, any kind of thing which you come across. Some customers are knowledgeable, some customers are over smart, some customers are very customers are argumentative, some customers are really ignorant, some customers come from rural background, some customers are well qualified, they come from very high educational background. So how to deal with different kinds of customers, we all understand. We are not going to get into that, but we are going to understand what this book holds to you and me. Because if you want to treat the customer, if you want to delight the customer, you have to be like that, very like that customer, right? So he is talking about the different disconnections, disconnections which is why the customers actually walk out from your business, from your organization, and they no more patronize you. So the first disconnection is talking about customers really want compelling experience. We all understand about customer experience. Let them experience the product and service, right? Let's give them some breathing space. Let them have that hands-on experience, right? And later on, they become your own COI, I mean, center of influence. They may not patronize your product and service. They will definitely create the goodwill. So customer experience, and for last, I think 2 decades, maybe last 1 decade, especially we are getting more into customer experience. Now, customer experience, if you ask me, is a kind of a customer delight. Now, what is the difference between customer delight and customer experience? For example, customer expects an orange, and you give him a lemon, then it is a complaint. It is actually not meeting customers' expectation. So it is a complaint, deficiency of promise, service, or product. And what is customer expectation? He expects an orange. You give him an orange. It's equity. It's basically meeting the expectation of the customers. Then it's basically customer satisfaction, right? Now, what is customer delight? Customer delight is you make a nice, squash, very juicy, very delicious squash, and in a very good ambience, with some mild music, and maybe, well served, very well served. Then that's basically customer delight. And we all try to delight the customers, basically exceeding the customer expectation. That's what the delight is. So be it any sector, So the first disconnection is about that, and the second disconnection is customer want personal focus, and we all give product focus. We try to make product as a hero. That's okay. You roll out your product and services by taking the utmost care when it comes to quality, but then you need to customize. You need to pay personal focus to the customer as much as possible. Take the feedback, as I was talking about, appreciation, complaint, suggestion, inquiry, and accordingly you can modify. You can put across to your business management, to your senior management, and let's do that. Third disconnection is talking about reciprocal loyalty, and we keep on talking about endless prospecting, promotions, marketing, and all those things. He's expecting reciprocal loyalty. He says, if I patronize your product or service, what I get in return? So maybe we all understand that, I think 20-25 years ago, many service sectors, they had told about the loyalty programs, so that they can hook on the customers. At the same time, the customers, when they keep on shopping with you, they accrue the points, and the points can be redeemed in certain possible gifts, right? So that's there. And I think one of the examples I remember was the credit cards, right? The fourth disconnect is customer wants differentiation and yet giving the sameness. Every time they want something new, not boring. Definitely not going downgrading your quality, but actually maintaining the quality, and above that you are giving some newness, some new experience. The fifth disconnect is they want coordination, and many times we give confusion, especially when it comes to the processes, especially when it comes to maybe the airline at the airport, or could be shopping at supermarket, or maybe any mall. They all want is a proper, fantastic, very streamlined, smooth coordination. The process is well defined, the employees are there, and the staff is there, the customer service representatives are there, and you don't create any kind of confusion, maybe at the billing counter or maybe otherwise. They want that, And sixth disconnect is basically they want innovation, and many times we give status quo. So in this book, this is a very, very insightful book, if you ask me, very interesting, because there are so many case studies which Mackain is talking about. It really helped me a lot. So that's all about customer service. That's about what actually customers really want. I would like to give an example from education sector. I remember that at one of the education fairs, I don't want to name that particular business school or maybe university, which never had any kind of law as a stream, and the parents coming from middle class for their child, and they were talking about how the child was interested, deeply interested, seriously interested in pursuing law, and this bloody counselor was misleading the parents just only because they didn't have law. They didn't have law as a course, and he was saying that law is all bullshit. That is not done. If you don't have the course, don't disrespect, don't insult that course, don't mislead that people. those people. You simply say you don't have that course, you don't know about that course, you can inquire at some another university or business school, wherever it is possible. At the same time, like to say what actually the different generations expect, because they all are customers, we all are human beings. Maybe the baby bloomers are, their expectations are different, right? So we need to quickly adapt. We need to enable our staff, customer service representative, all the people, the front end and the back end, who have an interface with the customers. At every touch point, we need to enthuse, enable, and empower them to understand what that particular person expects from different geography, different culture, maybe generations, because Generation Z expectations is very different. My own experience when it comes to education sector, when I get into maybe the states at the north or northeast or maybe in south, they love to have my accent, which is little Numbaya, little filmy, flamboyant, little fabulous kind of thing, and my fitness. So they easily connect with me, and I have realized that being local, you may be a local champion, but then for people there is no newness. It could be, you could be a celebrity in your own area, but people know about you, but the person coming from other side, and obviously the foremost thing is the person respects them. Respect is very important, and quickly understand what they want. And when it comes to specifically delivering a session, there you are just for an hour or so, not more than that. So you need to quickly connect with them, maybe through your strengths. You need to play on your strengths and the strengths which are actually expected by them. Could be delivering that in a most entertaining way with a lot of respect, and definitely not losing or diluting the facts or the content which you are going to share with them. That's really important, because you're not there just a kind of a joker of a circus, but you are representing an organization, and your utmost responsibility is that you need to share whatever you can. That's what your objective is, but in a way which is very entertaining, is very cinematic. In this very example I'm talking about, where it varies from stage to stage. मैं कहता हूँ अक्सर जैसा मंच वैसा punch. So sometimes you are dealing with the baby bloomers, or maybe all PhD scholars. So there, this approach may not work, but what really works, the common denominator, is basically respect, and spontaneity. So this is what we need to understand, and you need to make FAQ. If you can ask customers, for example, you can go and ask them, what do you expect from us? If you rate someone in the competition, maybe on a scale of 10, say an 8 or 9, what do you expect from us, so that we can exceed them? So they will tell you. It's rightly said that it's basically the customer who will help you to improve your business, or evolve in your business, whatever the business you are in. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for all your love. And we are now in 92nd book. Thank you very much. I feel so happy, so grateful to you. Bye bye. I love you. Take care.